Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Treya Tarot. This is the collective reading, the first collective reading of 2025 for January 3rd to January 5th. I hope everyone had a great new year and celebrated in the best possible way. I'm using the Morgan-Greer to start the year off. And I'm just going to cut the deck, see what comes up. Okay. So if you like these readings, please like, comment, subscribe, the usual. And hopefully I'll see you at the next one. Interesting. 10 of Cups. Four of Pentacles, or Six of Pentacles rather. Sorry, I'm reading it upside down. And the Six of Swords reversed. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords reversed. It's interesting to have the two sixes that way. The 10 of Cups is about fulfillment. Okay, yeah, it can often be about partnership and family, but it is also about fulfillment. In a general sense, it's about finding or ending a cycle satisfied. Okay, the 10s are the end of a cycle. So the 10 of Cups, even though it's a pretty flowery card in that it's all about finding the thing that you actually wanted, getting what you wanted, getting the whole complete picture of something in the most fulfilling way possible. It's followed by the two reverse sixes here. So Pentacles and Swords, the physical reality and the mind, okay? Sixes are usually about the meeting point of help or the turning point, right? So you have the Six of Pentacles, which is unexpected help, but it's often about imbalanced power dynamics. So it's about being helped by somebody who has more than you or who views themselves as having more than you. Reversed, it tells me that this, or I will read this as the fulfillment is born from self. This is a clear message to me that we cannot look outside of ourselves for that 10 of Cups reality. There's something that seems to be going on here. Maybe it's because of the energy of that whole, New Year quality. But with the first three cards, I can right away say that this reading will have something to do with helping yourself, with not looking outside of you for resources or not looking outside of your own capacity for what you need, and understanding that things, you don't need to be ushered to calmer waters. You need to create it for yourself. Okay, the Six of Swords is upright anyway. Movement away from difficult realities, specifically difficult belief systems, thoughts, and mental emotional states. So reversed, it tells me that the beginning of the year might feel a little sticky, but it's all about finding the contentment and fulfillment based on you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to expand on that a little bit. The fulfillment is within, period. Okay. But if you are isolating yourself in an effort to quote unquote win something or overcome something, you will lose stuff because of that. That's the best way I can say it. The Page of Swords reversed. This is sort of an insular mental reality. The pages are the thought process, right? So the Page of Swords is the thought process or the beginning stages of a thought process about how you think and believe. That insular process here leads to belief systems causing rifts. Excuse me. So the Five of Swords is essentially the question of what is good for us as individuals versus what is good for the whole of the collective. So either the whole family, the whole couplehood, the whole planet, it's a lot about what are we fighting for, right? What are we positioning ourselves to fight for? And whether or not that position is more invested in being correct and stoic, or whether or not it's being or that energy is being invested in what's actually good for the overarching scenario, right? Are you willing to lose everything to be right about yourself? Are you willing to consider that you're the one that's out of balance? This is a very interesting spread. Okay, so with that 10 of Cups at the beginning, it makes me think that the 10 of Cups here is the goal. So there's this goal of contentment or fulfillment, right? Very, very New Year's appropriate, but there's this goal of contentment or fulfillment, and it's almost as if the process following is backwards or reversed, as all the cards pretty much showed up reversed except for that 5. So there's this experience here of thinking that your way to contentment is to be completely isolated and insular. I don't know exactly who I'm speaking to here, but I can pretty much tell you that that's probably not the way. Yeah, that's definitely not going to cause any victory here. So being that, yeah, okay. So this is about reaching out. This is about counteracting what's the word I'm looking for? This is about counteracting a belief system that the way to find fulfillment is to isolate, or that the way to find what you're looking for is to be so self-contained that that you don't need anybody. That's not how this is going to go for any of us. The Knight of Cups, movement towards fulfillment. So it's almost as though the sandwich here, the 10 of Cups and the Knight of Cups, are showing you that what's in between them is not going to lead you to them. You cannot find your ultimate fulfillment by walling yourself away. You actually have to work on yourself. You know, all of these cards, the 5 of Swords particularly, it's the choice to actually pay attention to what's happening internally, mentally. Right next to the page, which can also be about messages of love, so reversed, or messages of any kind, but essentially messages of interest. That's more appropriate. So the Page of Swords can be messages of interest. The 5 of Swords is essentially the wall of, I don't need you, or I don't need this, or that's not what I planned, and the fighting for the isolation. And then Temperance reversed is out of balance. King of Cups, 3 of Cups, and then the 2 of Wands. Okay, so excuse me, I'm very hoarse this morning. Okay, let's see if I can clear that. So the King of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and then the 2 of Wands is mostly reflective of what I'm saying, in that the balanced emotional state, the regulated state, the fair, equal, compassionate, regulated, solid, steady, etc., state of the heart is found in community. By allowing yourself to have a little bit of courage, to understand that there are more options for finding that 10 of Cups energy, that contentment energy, that wholeness, that fulfillment from something that might be different than what you expect it to be. So that 2 of Wands for me always hits me kind of strongly because he's holding the globe. He's holding that globe, and it rings in 2 ways. It is both a divination device in my mind. You know, it's a crystal ball, but it is also the world. In the deck, in the tarot itself, it's the world. It represents the world, or the moon. You know, it can represent pretty much anything that you're contemplating, right? That doesn't seem clear. So multiple options, like the world would represent, or a murky path, something that's unclear, like the moon would represent. For me, it's about that added mystical element that could be represented by a divination tool like a crystal ball. But the card itself refers to finding courage in the help that's given. There's an extra hand here that's not from the figure. And this hand is offering some sort of help. Okay. So unlike this Six of Pence over here that's reversed, the quality of the help you receive with the 2 is actually whole. It's whole and heart-centered, and it's about helping you stabilize versus creating an imbalanced power dynamic. The trick is whether or not, 5 of Swords, you can actually see that that's what's being given. So here, you've got a reading here that basically says, if you want to find your fulfillment, you have to know who to let in or what to let in so that you don't reject the help that you actually need or want in an effort to keep yourself protected and safe and isolated. That's the very, very direct way of stating what this reading says. I know, long way through to a very short sentence, but that's what this means. That's what this story says to me. The victory is not found in the isolation. It's not found in the secrecy. It's not found in the hiding. It is not found in the isolation. It is found in the way in which we open up to the people who are genuinely trying to connect to us. Wands are all about connection, creativity, passion, drive, stability, focus. That too says that the opportunity is there. You just have to be willing to take the leap of courage to actually accept what works or what could work, as opposed to trying to perpetuate an imbalanced dynamic between you and the world, or between us and the world, for whoever this is resonating for. I do want to pull a couple more. I find this very interesting because, sometimes when I read with this deck, I feel very, look at that. Okay, Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck kind of confirms what I'm saying to me. Queen of Cups, she's the intuition lady. Beautiful. All right, Six of Cups, planting the seed, soulmate partnerships, nostalgia. Sorry, that's hopefully the audio editing I do will kind of edit out the loud sound, but let's see. Okay. So what's interesting to me about this as a New Year's reading is that it basically is asking us to refocus ourselves and find out what our actual end goal is, Like, are you actually looking to pull yourself away from community, or are you looking to put yourself into communities that are supportive? Do you want support, or do you believe that that's not possible? Yeah, reaping what you sow reversed. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. Essentially, yeah. There's some belief systems here that are very clearly not suiting anyone, and they've got to end. We've got to end this quality of assuming we're going to get what we need by rejecting the offers. There's what's the best way I can say it? This card is about reciprocal flow. So essentially the physical flow that happens when you invest effort into something. Reversed, if you remove your effort from something, you cannot expect to get anything out of something when you don't invest in it. The Sun, reversed. There's a lie. There's a lie present. And the lie may just be that we get things by sitting back or by just letting other people give it to us. The King of Swords, reversed. Again, there's a lack of directness, lack of clarity. I'm willing to say that for some of us, there is an untruth being perpetuated. So either somebody's hiding something or lying about something. It may not be something devastating, but it's definitely, there's a secrecy factor with those with those cards. Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups reversed. Okay, an offer withdrawn. The Emperor, stubbornness. Okay, so my guess is that this is probably coming out in quite a few different types of relational experiences, including work-based relational experiences and or with creative projects. There's this assumption in these 6 cards that, how do I say this clearly? These 6 cards basically say that if you stick to your way of being, your old way of operating, if you are stubborn and withdraw your heart, love, friendship, connectivity, openness, etc., you're going to end up with the problem. Because the only 2 upright cards here are the Queen of Swords and the Emperor, and both are rather direct and solid. But the Queen of Swords is the truth teller. The Queen of Swords is cutting through the indecisiveness, cutting through the lies, cutting through the extraneous matter, whereas the Emperor, as wise as he can be, and he is stubborn and authoritative. So essentially he's pulling for an authority by withdrawing something that is probably not going to work out very well for anyone. Yeah, there you go. So if you decide that your way around is to withdraw your softness from something, or withdraw your emotional investment, or withdraw your respect from something, it's going to collapse it completely. So whatever it is you're questioning right now, I would say think, give yourself lots of time to make a decision before you do anything. Essentially what you have here is the opportunity to choose between complete isolation and actual community, whether that community be partnership or work-related or a friendship circle. This is possible in all those contexts. So it seems a few of us have some choices to make about whether or not we're actually going to grow, because this is a great setup for actual growth if you can be as aware of yourself as possible and cut through the old belief systems, because the truth is that the belief systems are ruining our relationships and our communities. We've been fed a lot of crap. We've been fed a lot of crap, and it's killing our ability to have whole lives in a lot of ways. It's ruining something for us. When all we really have to do is start to think for ourselves and maybe choose to be a little bit more honest and vulnerable internally. You don't even have to do this externally yet. This reading very clearly says to me that the belief systems are about to be challenged, and they have to be challenged because those of our collective that are stubbornly sitting in the idea that it's all about them, or that it's all about what they receive or don't receive from the collective, or that it's all about, whether or not they're valuable. There's a lot of, I could bring up a lot of self-worth themes here, because that would definitely be appropriate with that 7 of Pentacles. So themes of self-worth, themes of whether or not you are willing to actually invest in what you want, themes of actually attempting to get what you want by using manipulation. Okay. All those themes are going to come up this weekend, this week, whenever. It's different for each of us. But what's interesting about it is that it seems that this is a choice point. Yeah. If you want the stability, you have to invest in being part of things. You cannot get solidity, stability, care, fulfillment by rejecting the world. You can get peace alone, But you cannot reject everything and expect to be given the healing force. You're going to have to find that on your own then. So that's your choice, or that's the choice being presented with this story. Heal together or heal alone. What do you want? Okay, well, I'll leave it there. I hope everyone is having a really, I don't know. This is a very intense experience. I think a lot of us are echoing that feeling, but I hope everybody's faring okay through it. And I send my best to everyone. I send my love. All right, I'll see you soon.